Hi, my name is Lawrence Hoppis, and I'm a traditional naturopath with 28 years experience and offices in Northern and Southern California. I had training at the International College of Naturopathy and internship with Dr. R.O. Waiton, a Nobel Prize-winning medical doctor, naturopath, homeopath, and osteopath in Los Gatos, California. During my internship and residency there, I worked with a Stanford and Beijing University, a program with East-West Medicine at Five Branches Institute, where I became an instructor. During this time, I discovered one of the most phenomenal healing systems anybody's ever seen, Nutripuncture. I'm here today to talk to you about cellular re-regulation and the healing potential that it has for your practice. Before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit more about my journey. I started nutritionally learning about the standard in nutritional care. Healing was okay with nutrition, but a lot of times what I found was people that heal through nutrition don't heal all the way because the underlying problems that are in their bodies is not nutritional. So since nutrition didn't cause the problem, nutrition couldn't fix the problem. After that, I started working with herbology. Herbs, I found, have a lot more therapeutic properties than just nutritionals, and using those, we could actually force the body into different healing, either through mechanisms of cleansing or rebuilding, and those are the anabolic and catabolic processes, and various different bioenergetics that people were able to infuse the herbs with. That got me interested in the signatures of cells and organs and tissues, and led the way to open the door for me to understanding homeopathy and the way that you could treat through energetic signatures, causing spontaneous things to rise up and heal, and giving a way to provoke systems to cleanse and regenerate. Around that time, a colleague invited me to experience a Nutripuncture seminar with Dr. Patrick Veray. I can't really describe the energy in the room when Patrick, the founder of the Nutripuncture healing system, stood in front of us. He looked at every one of us, one by one, and he said the most incredible thing. He said, every one of you is completely unique. In the whole world, there's no one like you. And then he said, you've disturbed yourself deeply in order to be completely unique. And at that point, I started to understand the higher healing system of individual disturbance. He went on to elucidate to us identity, which included gender expression and passages of life and cycles of seasons. He went on to talk to us about the language of the cells themselves inside of our bodies and the way that those cells, they store the information of our life experiences. He said that the work of our life is to examine and heal, process and integrate the disturbances that are within us so that it's as if we had never had them at all in the first place. In his pioneering work, he discovered the alphabet, the language, the living cells inside the body articulate themselves through. Now, this is different than biochemistry. We're not talking about neurochemicals and hormones here, but every cell in the body has high-speed informational network running through the proprioceptive system and the aquaporons into the cells. These include light wave information, electromagnetic information, and water information. This is an advanced topic that I want to get into with you today, but let me go back in time a little bit. George Lakovsky, the Russian biophysicist, was studying vibrational effects on the cells, and this was very fascinating and breakthrough information that people's cells could be spoken to with vibration. This was picked up by the Harvard Medical School Department of Biophysics. Although we know epigenetics today is a very common concept, in the mid-1980s it was just being discovered by the Nobel Prize winner Barbara McClintock. There was also the schools of homeopathy and Eastern medicine that were coming to the forefront of the pioneering knowledge about the cells. This was the discovery of the proprioceptive system, a system of the fascia tissues of the body that propagate information at light speed throughout the body. You can almost imagine a skin suit that an actor wears that then has all the different little points on it that they can then go and put any costume they want onto them. And this system is how you could close your eyes and feel where your hands and limbs are, even if you can't see them. This system is a high-speed network of the body that is carrying the tissue and organ information of the whole body to every cell in the body. It's like a party line. Every cell in the body is listening to the information of the kidneys. Every cell is listening to the information of the liver. Every cell in the body is listening to the information of the heart. In 1985, Dr. Patrick Veray took this seminal work and he reconstituted it into an incredible system called Nutripuncture, which is not a treatment system, but a system of re-regulation of cellular vitality that helps each individual cell of the body to come back to normal from its disturbances that are stored in the cellular membrane, restoring epigenetic expression and full cellular vitality and informational exchange. Think about it this way. If each person is unique in their body entirely, what is it that makes us unique? What it is that makes us unique is unique sets of disturbances. Each one of us has a signaling difference in the way that things are connected. Some things might be cross-connected, some things might be open-connected. And with the Nutripuncture healing system, you can not only sort out all these connections, but then you can start to speak somatic information directly into the body, the same as you would through a movement therapy or an acupuncture system. This is a home system where each individual person can have a session to give themselves the cellular information they need to produce the balance and re-regulation of their cellular vitality. In my practice, I have to say there hasn't been a more exciting product or discovery. For the last 25 years, I've had the chance to work with women's endocrine and women's healing in profound layers of psychological, emotional, biophysical, psychosomatic, and fully somatic healing through the Nutripuncture healing system. What is Nutripuncture? Nutripuncture is a set of 39 nutriments. They come in little boxes like this. They have numbers on them that are unique to each individual system of the body: kidneys, liver, lungs, heart. When you chew and swallow one of these little nutries, let me tell you what happens. Information streams through the meridians in your mouth, down your proprioceptive system, and straight into the target. It's rapid, it's immediate, and it's specific. It restores and vitalizes that particular conduit of information. How does this exactly work? Patrick Veray discovered that certain combinations of very small amounts of trace minerals could actually be connected electrically in circuit and thereby generate a small signal. We're talking about such small amounts that you would have to chew 10 nutries to get just the amount of minerals you get in eating an apple. So if we're talking about a tenth of an apple's worth of minerals, still being able to send out a tangible and palpable signal into the body's proprioceptive system and layer, energizing that cell's membrane and restoring its cellular re-regulation and vitality. Through certain combinations of these nutries, we can speak a word to the body's system that can solve an entire life problem like death or origin or body. These are some of the things that we can address. I want to talk to you about a typical session that someone might have walking into my office. I speak to them and I listen to the sound of their voice. Based on the sound of their voice, I'm able to tell, are they being themselves? Are they in their identity? If they're not, then they're susceptible to having other problems come up for them. And by them moving themselves onto their own identity via the Nutripuncture, are able to presence themselves in a way that they remove their symptoms and profoundly provoke new healing responses inside their body. This has got to be one of the most intensely exciting discoveries of all time. People literally are able to, in their practice, gain control over the epigenetic expression of their being, restoring their imbalances immediately and working through the stored physical traumas of their soma. I need to emphasize that Nutripuncture is not a treatment because there's no medicine or pharmacology or drug involved. To me, the exciting thing about the Nutripuncture healing system is that I can assess exactly what's disturbed in a person's meridian and information system of their body at a somatic level. I can give them an immediate pathway towards restoring and renewing that expression. They can take that home with them and give themselves the same information as often as they want. And after a period of taking that information, that system within them normalizes to a restored state. Nutripuncture is entirely safe for pregnant and lactating people, children, old people. It has zero interactions with any medication or other supplement because it's operating on an informational basis. When we work in a Nutripuncture healing session, we're not only assessing the cellular vitality information, but we're also looking at the water pores, the aquaporons of the cells themselves, and the light wave body. So we can assess all these very advanced arenas within healing need and give each person an individualized and entirely unique restorative system for themselves. The Nutripuncture healing system is both easy to learn and applicable to all practices and modalities. It doesn't matter what kind of practitioner you are. You can begin today to use the Nutripuncture healing system with your clients and patients. I'd like to invite you to find out more about Nutripuncture and to offer you training through our professional teachers. I'm looking forward to connecting with you and helping you transform your practice with the Nutripuncture healing system. My number is 800-810-8568 or Lawrence at naturalhealingacademy.com. Thank you.